It has now been 18 years since the establishment of Rwandair, and it now has 12 aircraft in its fleet and flies to 29 destinations worldwide, 2 in Europe, another 2 in Asia, and the rest on the African continent. And the airline is pushing to increase that number despite the consequences of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Well, Rwandair, like all other airlines across the world, was impacted by the COVID pandemic. When the pandemic started in March, we had to shut down completely as Rwanda closed its airspace. So for 5 months, we were grounded. But during that time, we carried out repatriation flights. We did cargo-only flights, so that kept the company going. When we started in August, we gradually rebuilt our network. We've restarted almost all our networks and even opened up new routes like Bangui in Central African Republic, and we're soon launching Lubumbashi and Goma as well.
Qatar now has a 49% stake in the airline and 60% in the Bugesera International Airport. And the addition of the towns of Lubumbashi and Goma to its destinations are indications that Rwanda is far from done in its strategic expansion plans.
Je suis très ravi et je ne manquerai pas de dire que
I am very happy and should point out that there should now be no doubt as to the state of the bilateral relations between the two countries. Rwanda has been flying to Kinshasa, and now Lubumbashi and Goma have been added to its destinations. Isn't that proof enough of just how much the relations have improved? We are ecstatic because air transport generally facilitates the movement of people and goods, so development will accelerate for both sides, because both countries need each other.
Et qu'on ne peut trouver qu'uniquement ici, si pas uniquement, peut-être à un bon prix ici chez nous. Et le Rwanda aussi a besoin aussi de produits.
Since they were first undertaken back in 2019, flights between Kigali and Kinshasa have since increased from 2 to 6 per week, reflecting the demand on the route. The Congolese are happy about this because ever since we started flying to Kinshasa, they had been asking us when we will begin flying to those other towns as well. The reason being that those wishing to fly with Rwandair from Goma had to first drive to Kigali. Similarly, people coming from Lubumbashi going to Kigali and on to other cities in Africa, Europe and Asia had to first go to Kinshasa to get a Rwandair flight. The Rwandair Lubumbashi office is now operational and the Goma one will open next week. Economic analysts have been noting that the increased flights between Rwanda and the DRC are the result of diplomatic efforts at the highest levels of leadership. For people to work together, trade, and for students from both countries to go to schools across the border, there must first be political diplomacy. When the leaders of our countries make an effort to improve the bilateral relations between the two peoples, we see the results in things like this and business benefits. Rwandair executives are not ignorant to the fact that to facilitate more trade between Rwanda and the DRC and beyond, the airline must be able to carry more cargo.
Goma and Lubumbashi, very similar to Kinshasa. Again, there's a lot of trade between Rwanda and DRC. So those are additional points for us to tap into. Lubumbashi is going to be a very strong market for a lot of traders. And it's not only to serve Rwanda, but also the rest of the African continent to link, better link the different towns in the DRC with the rest of the African continent. We're looking at getting a cargo freighter, but in the meantime, we're using the belly capacity of our aircrafts to carry cargo to all our routes, including Kinshasa. Yeah. We hope so. We're working on it. Yes.
Rwanda is looking to continue expanding its reach across the globe as the COVID-19 pandemic subsides and more countries open up their airspace.